Hey beauties. So today I actually wanted to talk about hair because I have really fine hair, and I was talking today with some of the awesome women that I work with. We just got talking about hair and hairstyles and hair types, and it just made me realize that as much as I am not a fan of my hair, I feel like this is the best that I've been doing in a long time. I always go through the cycle, and I feel like maybe I'm the only one who's this crazy, but I cut my hair short and I really like it, and I'm like, oh, I should try to grow it long, even though every time I grow it long it looks bad and I hate styling it. But let me just do it anyway, and then I just do that over and over again, and it's been years. I've learned nothing, literally nothing about that. But I have started to use what I think to be better shampoos and conditioners, as well as styling products. I'm looking at them, I will share them. That I think are really helping me, and this time in my grow out phase. So typically my hair is in a one of those angled bobs where it's shorter in the back, longer in the front, which is very suited for fine hair, and is kind of like my default haircut, me and my sister. It's just really easy to style, I think, because I had it for so long. So it's really easy to style. I feel like it always looks nice. You can try to like scrunch it a little bit and make it wavy, or just, you know, blow dry it straight with a round brush. And like the back, the layering helps to give like extra volume and everything. So that is usually what I go back to every year after I try to grow my hair out for a couple months, and I'm like, oh my God, I hate it. I can't do anything with it. So anyways, so I have fine hair. There are different ways that people define fine hair, so I just wanted to clarify. I don't really distinguish between them. I know that my hair, when, you know, styled or not styled, even though this is styled, if you're wondering, it just looks fine. It doesn't have a ton of body. There's not much to it, and it like it looks like a little kid's when I put it in a ponytail, because it looks like there's like 3 strands of hair hanging out. So anyways, I just wanted to include some of the shampoos, conditioners, and styling products that I have been using over the past, like, I guess year, that I've really been loving, and I feel like they're giving me the best results that I've ever had. And at the end, I also wanted to include, I did a little research and just my own knowledge of some celebrities who also have fine hair, and they don't tend to do extensions because there is no like miracle cure, you know? Like, I've tried the $30 shampoos and, you know, all the ridiculousness, and, you know, nothing except for actual extensions is really going to give your hair a huge boost. And I know that's like heartbreaking, but it's the truth. It's just how it is. So I just wanted to share what I've done that I feel like has, you know, given me the best results. And anyways, and these celebs that I'm going to share the names of in case you want to search, don't tend to do extensions. So when you look up their hairstyle, or, you know, pictures of them, it's going to be an accurate portrayal of, you know, someone with finer hair and that style and how it looks. At the hairdressers, they tend to recommend that you stay, you know, shoulder length or above if you're trying to keep your hair, you know, full of body. And that's just the typical recommendation, but not all of these celebrities have had short hair their whole lives, so there's obviously ways to do it long as well. You just might have to like switch up your routine, which is something I'm not very good at, which is probably why I'm not good at growing out my hair. Anyways, so these are the shampoos that I have been using. I only condition about once a week. My roots tend to get oily, so I will wash every other day, and I only condition like once a week. So again, you have to go with your hair and how it feels. If you maybe dye your hair pretty often, you feel like you need to condition. If you're like me and you just don't have to all the time, or you don't feel the desire to, or you want to give it a shot and don't condition, do that too. It's also easier to not condition when your hair is shorter, because you're cutting off the dead ends, and even if you're coloring and your hair is, you know, not that far from the roots, so it's still getting a lot of nourishment, so it's usually in decent shape. So unless your hair's like a difficult texture, you probably don't need to condition, especially when it's short. So anyways, so the conditioner I do use when I condition is Pantene Daily Moisture Renewal. I just feel like I get good results for this. It doesn't kill the volume. Anything with moisture is just going to kill your volume a little bit. So they say to usually try to keep this like ear and below or chin and below. Like, don't condition where you don't have to, like just do it in the ends where they really need it. But I will do this once a week, and I'll try to like leave it on during the whole shower and then rinse it out at the very end just to try to get, you know, as much as I can from it. But again, I don't condition very often. So the shampoos that I use that I like, I do Head & Shoulders Extra Volume. Thankfully, they have started to combine, so you can also get, if you're coloring, if you color your hair as well, they do now have like volume and color protect and things like that, so that's also nice. So I like the Head & Shoulders. I do sometimes get a dry scalp. Yeah, so I like that. The Pantene, I can use the color, this one's the Color Preserve Volume. So it's kind of, I know they're all upside down, that's how I put things in my shower, just in case you're curious. So yeah, so now that they combine them, it's kind of easier. So this one is for color treated, even though it's not. This is pretty much my natural color. And volume, so I like that. And the last one, I feel like this is like a weird one, because these are all drugstore, obviously. Because I've tried some more expensive ones and they just haven't made that much of a difference, so why spend the money? So this is Clear Scalp and Hair Therapy Volumizing Root Boosting Nourishing Shampoo. So this is actually the Heidi Klum line of hair products, which to me is like super random, but I decided to try it because it was like on sale or something, and I actually really like it. It seems a little bit conditioning since it's supposed to like strengthen and nourish the scalp and stuff like that. Yeah, I like it. I think it's nice. I think it does a good job on my hair. Okay, now for hair products. They say with fine hair not to use like more than 3 hair products at once. So I would agree with that. I mean, it depends on your hair and what you like, but you don't want to overload it and weigh it down with too much stuff. And the majority of these products, just because of the nature of creating texture and trying to make your hair seem thicker, the majority of these products will slightly take away the shine from your hair. It is only temporary. I don't notice any permanent, like if I go wash and condition my hair right now, it's going to look super shiny. But when I add these things to try to give it a little more texture and make it seem a little bit thicker, it just naturally takes that away. So I personally don't mind that because it's not damaging my hair. But if you do, then these may not be the products for you. Okay, so what I do at the roots and throughout the hair is so these are a mix of drugstore and not. This is Matrix Amplify Volumize System Liquid Volumizer. So I just do one pump. My hair's, you know, this length. I do one pump, you know, rub through my hands and just put it through my entire hair before I blow dry. So I really like this. Then if it is second day hair, I will use the Batiste Dry Shampoo. This is the brunette, so this one has a little bit of color to it, so it's not, some of them are like white, and you don't necessarily want like baby powder look if your hair is dark. Looks a little suspicious, even though you like, you know, tussle it and comb it or brush it through. I do like the color one. Just beware when you take a shower, this will come out. So you don't have to think that you are, like your dye of your hair is leaking. It's this. It goes in as a color, comes out as a color. So just beware. If I am trying to create some sort of beachy wave texture, I actually like this Not Your Mother's Beach Babe Texturizing Sea Salt Spray. So these sprays can be a teensy bit drying. I usually spray it into my hand, even though it's very watery, and then I kind of rub it through and just put it through where I want it, and just kind of scrunch as I go. I don't particularly like this nozzle because I feel like it just like shoots straight at you, and that's not like the best way to apply any hair product. If you get the smaller version, which I have somewhere, it's more of like a fine mist, which I think is a better way to apply this, or with your hands. But I do like this, and again, texturizing is going to dry your hair out a teensy bit at the time, but it's going to give it a little more, you know, put a little more space in between the strands of your hair to make it seem a little bigger. And the last one was my mom was with me at Ulta, and this was kind of like a random impulse buy. I wanted to get a dry texture spray. So I'm going to put all the names and links to these in the description box. So this is a texture spray. So what it's supposed to do is after you have already styled your hair, you spritz this in a minimal amount because it makes a big difference. I thought that it was like dry shampoo, and the first time I used it, I like all over the place. And my hair, you would like do this and it would stay. So it's some serious stuff. But I do a few spritzes, whether my hair is straight or curly, whatever I'm styling it as. I do a couple spritzes throughout, and I just kind of like you know, tussle it and like zhuzh it with my hands, and it just kind of gives you a little more, you know, extra volume. And you can just continue to do that throughout the day. Not the spray, but the actual like tussling. Okay, and the last thing, I know that's a lot of products and I'm listing them, so I'm sorry. I know I'm talking fast. I'm trying not to keep giving you guys like 20-minute videos. Let me know if you don't care, if you don't mind if I ramble off, that's fine. If you would prefer that I stayed a little more on topic, then let me know and I will absolutely work on that. So the last one, I actually burned this container with my iron because some of them do not automatically turn off if you forget to turn them off, so beware. So this is Osis. It's called Dust It mattifying powder. So it's this really weird white powder, and you put it on your roots, and you can use it in the body of your hair as well. And this is another one like this. Use sparingly. You can always add more. You can't take it away. You have to wash your hair. So this kind of, it does the same thing. It gives you a little bit of texture, a little bit of feel, and it will like thicken up your roots, and it will thicken up the pieces of your hair. So again, it can be used just at the roots, you know, and just kind of, you know, mess it around. And you can use it in like the length of your hair as well. But again, these are slightly drying to give you that texture. So if you like really shiny looks, these products are not going to do that. The Amplify probably will. But everything else is kind of designed to give you that textury, piecey feel. And the majority of them also can be sort of refreshed. You don't have to necessarily add more product by like putting your head upside down or kind of shaking and just using your fingers to kind of move the product around. But yes, if you make the mistake like I have and put too much of this or this, you will have to wash your hair again because it's just too much, man. We just can't handle it. Okay, so I'm also going to include the names of the celebrities that I have really found have fine hair, and they have great styles, and they vary from short to long. And I mean, I know they have like professional hairstylists and everything, unlike us, you know, peasants, but they still have really nice hairstyles that are for fine hair, and they look really great. So you can have short or long hair. You just have to find what works for you. Same with bangs and layers. Everybody's hair is just so different, and so are all of these ladies. So it's kind of a nice guide to see and to pick a celebrity that has a similar hair texture to you when you go with a picture. I know hairstylists like that, but it's really great if you're picking someone who has your hair type, because then it's much more likely that you're going to be able to do that style yourself and have it actually look, you know, as good as you want it to look. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this was educational and fun and not too ridiculous. And if you have hair products that you really like for fine hair, oh my gosh, causing an earthquake, please leave them in the comments below. I'd love to check out and try new products. And this has been like my line that I've been like working with for like a year, so they're like keepers. But I would always love to try new things and see what else works. So thank you so much for watching, and have a good one, guys.